Hi, I'm Jeff Bailey, founder of Avita Yoga.
And I'm Lisa Cutcheon.
Lisa and I came together over this idea of bringing A Course in Miracles workbook lessons with the Avita Yoga practice. Yoga has always been really about the mind, and A Course in Miracles is all about the mind. And so the Avita practice was inspired largely from my years-long study of A Course in Miracles and how helpful that's been in my life, which is really the identification and removal of blockages. And if we were to distill the first three Yoga Sutras down, that's exactly what it would say. It would say yoga is an ongoing practice. Now is the practice. We want to identify the blockages, resolve them, and as we do, we get closer and closer to our true self, which is the most natural thing we can do. That's the goal. The shapes are all attainable. All you got to be able to do is get up and down from the floor to do the practice, and you'll be able to follow along. You might even, if you can't get up and down from the floor, you might enjoy just watching. It's kind of, it's a powerful thing that has happened here. And it really started out as a bit of an experiment. I wasn't sure how I was going to pull this off, whether it was going to be public classes or multiple people. And finally, the idea came, and I thought of Lisa right away. And maybe you want to share a little bit about how that evolved for you.
Sure. So when Jeff invited me for lunch and asked me about this project, um, some resistance came up. But during our conversation, there was a resounding yes. Just say yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I did. And it's been such a gift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the practice. That's such a beautiful thing to be able to feel the resistance and yet hear the yes or hear the affirmative behind it that says it's going to be safe to go through this thing that you think you are afraid of. And and that always, there's always love and there's always freedom on the other side of fear. So that's a beautiful thing. The practice, as well as the Course in Miracles, is the removal of the obstacles, which always reminds me of Rumi. You know, he had that beautiful line where he says, "Seek not for love, but seek, find, and remove the blockages to love." That will work every single time. If we try to just find the love or find the freedom, we'll always be misled. So we got to find the blockages and remove them. We use, well, of course, we use A Course in Miracles. We're going through each lesson. There's maybe 3, 4, 5 shapes max that we work through in anywhere between 15 and 25 or 30 minutes. Lisa is she's sharing her experience as we go. We're coming to these with our hearts open and we're just sharing as we go. And so sometimes you'll have a little dialogue between Lisa and I where we're talking about the practice and talking about the experience, which is super, super helpful. And then we'll segue into a class. Some of them are just a class where I'll read the lesson, I'll make some comments on it. The actual lesson, the Course in Miracles workbook lesson, is in the description at the bottom of the video. So you don't have to go buy the book. You can get this, the copyright, there is basically no copyright on this book. It is available for all. There's no religion behind it. It's just a book that was given to us really from outside time and space, where all great things come from. Divine creativity. So let's see. I'll talk a little bit about some of the props. We will use a strap. You can pick one of these up online. If you decide to buy one, get a 6-foot strap. A belt or a bathrobe sash will do just fine. A yoga mat is helpful just to define the space and add a little cushion. A bolster. Lisa's sitting on a bolster here. We like them about 8 or 10 inches in diameter. Go to avitaonline.com and you can scroll through to the products page. And I have a great website there that you can connect to get props if you feel like you want to buy them. Lastly, you'll need some wall space. And if you don't have wall space, you can always just put your legs over the cushion of your couch or a chair. You can close a door sometimes and get a little wall space there, but we use the wall quite a bit. I could talk about this on and on, but I think it's time to just bring this little introduction to a close. Practice without perfection That goes for the physical practice of Avita. It also goes for working your way through this book. The more you try to get it right, the more the ego demand comes through. So let yourself play and try not to seek to understand it constantly. Just go for the experience that Lisa and I talk quite a bit about as we go through here. So, all good?
All good.
All right. Thank you so much. We're here for you. Namaste.
Namaste.